Hello everybody, welcome back to episode 7 of my Icarus Evolution playthrough series for Dyson Sphere Program. I'm Icon and we're gonna be doing a lot of wonderful things today. So first off, I did a lot of sciencing and stuff in between the last episode and this one. So to give you a couple of impressions, I built up a little bit of a refinery over here. We keep storing that oil down there, but in the sum, I have now doubled my production of red cubes here, so we have 6 of these assemblers now going for these, and we also have 6 consumers of the cubes now, so science is at an entirely different speed now. Another thing that I put up there was our first little fine solar farms. So a lot of people love to go for solar panels alongside the equatorial lines, and I totally second that. So you're checking out like this here. So the equatorial line has one brilliant advantage. If you have put a belt around the entire equatorial line of your planet, there will be no more power fluctuations anymore, because there will be always one side in the bright, one side in the dark. The thing we're doing here is we're just utilizing the pole caps, because as you see, the polar caps work like a tiny version of your equatorial line. There's always the same amount of dudes in the dark as dudes in the sun. I did this for the other polar cap a little bit already. You see there's the beginnings of that, but so that's been the preparations I did, because I think that was extremely necessary to get our factory somewhere, because right now we're sitting at 52 megawatt production, and as you see, there's a steady consumption of around 20-ish megawatt. So the goal for today's episode, well, we don't need to go there. The primary goal that I've set up for myself for today was I wanted to create a facility for organic crystals, because organic crystals will be necessary in the production of titanium crystals. So here's the thing. So we're going to be needing 1 organic crystal per second if we set up 4 of these facilities. So that means, well, I don't know how large I want to build, but for starters, I felt like I wanted to go for a facility which packs 1 organic crystal per second, but I think we're going to be more than enough with half an organic crystal per sec, because, you know, that will be enough for building half a titanium crystal per second. If I'm talking just gibberish for you right now, don't you worry, I'll get more clearly in a couple of minutes. So to create these dudes, we're going to be needing plastic. So plastic is being produced out of refined oil and energetic graphite. So that's the things we're up to today. I gathered all the necessary materials, I hope, and I already made up a plan. So at the end of the episode, we should be featuring fine organic crystals, homemade. So I'm going to build down here, because I have here a over excess production of refined oil, storing it here in these containers by now. And we're going to start with a plastic facility. We're going to need, for a plastic facility, let's check it out. Plastic is going to be produced 3 seconds long, so we're going to go for a production of plastic 1 per second. If we want to do this, we're going to need 3 facilities, because, you know, 1 unit of plastic gets produced in 3 seconds. If we triple that, we get 1 unit of plastic per second. So we're going to need 2 units of oil per second. It's exactly what this facility here can pump. And we're going to need 1 unit of energetic graphite. So let's set up a little bit of a quick coal mine here. Oh no, you see, I forgot something. Oh well, we need more Teslas, but whatever. So, just slapping down some power connection here. I think we are safe to produce a couple of Teslas in our inventory. No biggie. So, let's see. I'm going to provide power as needed. So, go away, inventory windows. So, we're going to dig out, let's see, like this angle. There's a lot of nodes. We're Ah, this one is also pretty good. There we go. Good enough, I'd say. That's 6 veins, 3 coal per sec. We're not going to need much more than that, I think. At least not for the start of the facility. So I'm going to be producing the energetic graphite here. Let's see, 1 unit per second. If I remember correctly, the ratio of the recipe was 0.5 per sec. Let's check it out. So we're producing 1 unit of energetic graphite per... No, half a unit of energetic graphite per sec. Yes, I have that correctly in my mind. Okay, so we're just going to slap down the regular procedure. Boom. Those smelters will be all we need. I also took a lot of little upgrades here for the Icarus because, you know, we got the tech, we got the opportunity, so let's do this. Okay. I also researched a lot of little technologies in between. Hydrogen fuel rod here, that's going to be what we're needing to get ourselves to the stars. I have researched a lot of technologies necessary for the next science cubes. So basically everything necessary for the next science cubes is already unlocked. But I want to go through these things when we need them. For now, let's get into the plastic production. So plastic, I said we're going to be setting up 3 facilities there. So luckily I have prepared exactly 3 chemical plants a while ago, so huzzah. Well, plastic will be piped out into some other direction, I guess. So we're probably best off storing these dudes here. So we're not going to need that much. Let's see, how's the ratio? What should be on which side? So we definitely will need more oil than the other stuff, but it's going to be a consumption of 0.66 per sec. So even a tier 1 sorter will suffice. Good, good. So no need to worry about this at all. We're just going to be slapping down these dudes here, here, and here. I hope my belt will suffice. I highly doubt it, though. And now we're just going to be whipping up the oil production there. Oh, wait a sec. That's a bad one. No. Just realized it should be this one, because this is right now the end point of my storage logistics here. Boom. There we go. I didn't burn any of the oil because I really think, since it's a limited resource, I'd rather transform it into something useful. It's up to you, of course, how you go with that. It's perfectly fine to burn that stuff as well. So, sulfuric acid. I can create my own sulfuric acid here. Nice. It's a hell of a recipe, though. Okay, but this is going to be quite easy. So, we're going to make a thing that's going to be copied there. And obviously, that little Tesla here is out of line. So we'll have to relay this. There we go. Alright. Now to the simple things. Since I'm overproducing these sorters by now, I'm going to be working with tier 2 sorters, even though they are a little bit inefficient power-wise. They're using way more power than we'd actually need to use, but double the amount even. But we're talking about the difference between 18 versus 36 kilowatts, so it's really not that terrible. But if you really want to be miserly and efficient, you shouldn't do as I do here. There we go. Let's connect that. Now that's all we need. Plastic production is already running. So, plastic was only one necessary step, though. We're going to be needing now also half a unit of oil per sec, which is nothing we can provide here. This is just not going to be happening. So, I'm going to be whipping up the plastic production all the way up to my other oil refinery. That's gonna be quite a lengthy road, but whatever. I mean, you know, it's not as if we are in any lack of materials here. But what I want to do there first is we need to grab a couple of belts. So although it's a really, really long way, I think we're gonna do something different there. Yeah, let's do this. Let's like this differently. I got an oil refinery in my pocket, but I think I don't have any oil extractors anymore. So here we go. Yeah, they are quite a nasty recipe. So, yeah, my drones are working on the other side of the planet. They're crazy. Here we go. So do I need something else? Let's pick up a couple of these tier 1 sorters while we're at it, but beyond that, I don't think I need that much. There we go. So 1 oil extractor and 1 oil refinery is actually all we're going to be needing, so that's going to be perfect. Alright, there our little buddies go, and if I remember correctly, yeah, there's another oil seep area over here, and that's where I'm going to go for my organic crystal production. Because if I produce my organic crystals somewhere around here, that's a pretty good area, because it's pretty close to my newbie science hub here, so good enough. Pretty decent to start with. Alrighty, so let's see. I'm running a bit out of power, so let's create one of those fancy repowering stations here. Go. And let's bring that stuff all the way over there. Yeah, here's where we're gonna work. I mean, sure, I could just set up another oil refinery here, because that oil seep has actually now, for now, enough power, but that's the problem. It's only for now. Hell yeah, vertical construction level power up. So, let's drop one of down these and power ourselves up. It'll take a while until we have all these connected, but it doesn't matter. And meanwhile, I can plan other things. So let's set up the actual oil extractor here. I want to output the oil into that direction there. So. And we're only needing 1 oil refinery here in this scenario. Let's set up some belt here first. So seriously, only a very, very short belt, because honestly, we don't need more than that. It's all about only 0.5 units of oil production. There we go. Power grid supplying my drones. I mean, the problem here is my fuel is not efficient enough to supply, you know. Sucks, but early game. Okay, so we're going to be whipping up this stuff here. Well, or wait a sec. Actually, we'll bring the refinery on the other side. Prefer it over that. So, go. This way, it's going to be a lot easier to transport only the stuff I need over here. Now, 1 basic sorter here. And let's put it down like that this time. A little bit different because it's a wee bit of an exotic idea here. So here's the hydrogen, there's the oil. And I'll just directly store the hydrogen here in tanks, because I really have no usage for that stuff right now. And we're going to see what I'm up to with that later down the road. Okay, so shouldn't there be stuff on that belt by now? Yes, it is. Wonderful. That means my drones did their job. Okay, so we got plastic, we got oil. There's only one thing left, and that's the water pump. That's the first water pump we're needing here. So do I actually have one already? No, I don't. Too bad. So that's been one freebie we didn't receive there. So technology-wise, I'm right now upgrading my mech, because that's the next most important things to do. Alright, so let's check out one more time this recipe. We will be able to pack up 3 facilities there for the organic crystals, so we're going to need 3 more chemical factories. Let's work on that, because obviously we'll be needing them. Okay, so resource extraction. I'm pretty sure the water pump is exactly that. And need foundation support. No, it doesn't. Okay, here we go. Give me more Tesla. Oh, I ran out of magnets. That's not good. Stop. Okay, we're almost there, friends. So, let's see. Ratio-wise, so we're gonna be needing only 2, 6. So 0. No, we're gonna be needing 1 unit of plastic there. That's gonna be the most demanding thing, but it's still only 1/3 of a unit per. It's whatever. It's really only a very, very low throughput facility, so it doesn't matter which belt will be woven through. So the only thing that's really bothering me a bit is that we'll have to decide where the dudes will be output towards to. So let's open up the map one more time to save myself some trouble later. So since we're going to be needing the organic crystals for the production of more science, well, still going to be producing them down here. Yeah, that's a good idea. Because we're going to be refining them, dudes. Again, that's not the last step on the road. We're going to be transforming them into titanium crystals before we can actually go further with that. So let's just slap down 3 of them there. And I'd say we're going to be rolling the plastic alongside here. And there goes the oil. And there goes the water. Okay, beautiful. We're getting there. Alright. So, as far as I've paid attention, we're gonna be okay with just one Mark 1 sorter here, so no further pressure needed. Okay, let's do this. Why is there no water coming out there? Because reasons. Okay. There we go. Alright, so this dude will provide 0.75 plastic per sec. It's totally all we need. And output this, copy that, and done. Beautiful thing about this is all we need to do is amp up the input on these lanes, and we're going to be able to produce more crystals than before, up until the point where we can totally over-satisfy this this entire belt. Okay, cool stuff. The not-so-cool stuff there is to create actual titanium crystals out of that. Every single organic crystal has to be transformed into a crystal, into a titanium crystal with 3 titanium ingots. The real issue there is we don't have any titanium on our planet. So there's some titanium here hidden in those stones, in the bigger ones, and I've prepared some of it, but in the long run, there's no chance for us to satisfy our titanium needs on this planet. This is the first need to go off this planet. So the first thing I want to do here, though, is I want to be stockpiling at least one stack of them, just in case we might need them. I highly doubt it, but that's not the point here. What I wanted to do was that set up a facility that has all the necessary stuff to get ourselves a nice stockpile of these dudes, and that's that. So we got that, and I got myself some titanium ingots, but we're not going to be using them for the production of structure matrices now, because it's no use. We could do this, yes, but if you check out the costs of all the more advanced technologies, like for example here, 300 structure matrices, we'll need 300 titanium crystals for that. That means we're going to need 900 titanium ingots for that. Check out where I'm at, 168, no chance. So what we're using that titanium for instead is hydrogen fuel rods. So this is our little trick, which we'll be using to travel between the stars. Hydrogen fuel rods need, as you can see here, titanium and hydrogen. So let's see. Here it goes. And we can just extract a little bit of that stuff here into our inventory to create ourselves a couple of them. Can't I just pick up all? Nah, well, whatever. You get the idea. So we're going to create a couple of these dudes. They're really costly, as you see here. 10 units of hydrogen, but it's really worth it. So what we're going to do now next is set up a extra planetary mining operation, because that's what we're going to need most. So to do so, I'll start out with, let's see, we're going to be needing a couple of solar panels maybe. Or do we gonna go with wind? So if you're asking yourself, wind or sun, where's V? Let's see, where's the planet I'm aiming for? Cabelicid 1. So let's see, wind energy ratio 70%, solar energy ratio 136%. So there is not even remotely a question about this. So we're going to create ourselves a couple of solar panels. I'm pretty sure 20 should be sufficient, but I just want to be sure. Mass production. I have unlocked extra blueprint size, and we're going to be whipping up the necessary materials for just a ton of these dudes. But yeah, I think I'm overdoing it a lot, but that's okay. So there we go. Grab a couple of these dudes too, because, you know, energy transmission has to work somehow. So now, to give you a feeling about these hydrogen fuel rods, so that's 54 megajoule per unit, and this stuff has 6.75 megajoule per unit. So we're going to be crafting a few more of them, dudes, and I'm also going to be stacking up a couple of extra pellets here in my inventory, just in case that something weird might happen. I highly doubt it, but you know, it's pretty annoying when you're stuck in outer space. No chance to get home. Okay, so let's grab ourselves a little bit of extra hydrogen, because, you know, facilities like these have an extreme overproduction of that stuff at some point. So we might as well, you know, just collect some to create ourselves some more fuel cells. I'm highly overdoing it, but there's also the fact that I really want to have more of these fuel cells at this point. And since titanium will be now a available resource for us, it's gonna be a-okay. Alrighty, dudes, let's soar. First thing, let's set ourselves a designator for Cabelicid 1, because the space is vast. indicator. There we go. Up and away! There we go. Oh. Go. Let's speed up a bit. Thing here is speeding up really costs you a ton of fuel, but once you've sped up, you don't need to speed up further. So we're going to speed up accordingly. Let's stop a bit. So I'm now at 772 meters per second sail speed. And we're getting closer to Capelcid. It's up to you how much fuel you want to, or how much speed you want to put up. Holding down shift speeds up the process. There we go. So, if I remember correctly, I also need to slow down a bit, or no, I don't. I can't just slam dunk on the other planet. Nice. So we crossed a couple of astronomical, or well, almost an astronomical unit, and welcome to Capelcid 1. This is as good as it gets. Oh my god, we got a titanium reserve right next to the polar cap. It does sound a little bit wrong on such a hottie, but you know what. So this planet also has a lot of different other really interesting materials, and I think the solar farm should be rather, well, no. We're going to set up our first solar farm up here, because we're right next to it. And also, the other point looks like a perfect starting point for an advanced facility later down the road. So we're now going to be setting up these dudes. Let's see here. Going to be placing down one beautiful flower, solar panels. The inner ring is extremely delicate, and usually I almost never get to auto place the inner rings. So pretty much every time something where I need to hand position them, because you see there's oddities, but as soon as you are on the outer rings, it's as easy as that. Alright, so let's see, how much power do we generate? A couple of megawatts. That should be really enough for a little titanium mining and smelting operation. There we go. That's what we came for. So here it's the same basic idea of mining as everywhere. Try to grab as many veins as possible. Let's see, we got ourselves a production of 13 veins per sec. Beautiful. Okay, let's just put that up on a connector. Or a splitter. In this scenario, I rather see it as a connector. Go. And now let's see how much titanium can we produce with 6 units of ore per sec. So the ratio here is 1 unit per second, so we can set up like 6 of these to get out 3 titanium ingots per sec. Okay, so I think I don't have enough smelters for that on me. That's no problem. Oh, I forgot to put up singular spare parts. So okay, that's no problem. So since we're changing here the from the polar area to the other areas, we're going to, I don't know the name for that, but you get the idea. Oh, extra construction drone tasks, and I'm out of projects. So let's go for this one. It's totally unacceptable to be not researching something, you know. Okay, so let's go for this. Boom. And in this scenario, this facility will now work day and night. And I'm also going to set up a storage facility which will actually stockpile titanium because, you know, we need that stuff. And the entire idea of this facility is to stockpile that stuff for me while I'm not here. And I want to come back to pick up larger stockpiles of that to fuel up my production of science. It sucks to work like that, but later down the road we will be able to set up logistical networks and all, and then we're not gonna have any of these problems anymore. But until that point, well, we'll have to work with storages and stockpiling. No other chance to get the job done, I'm sorry. But it's not as terrible as I make it sound now. In this game, you can just stockpile containers. So we're producing 3 units per sec. Yeah, you know, no. And this will be our way to produce really huge amounts of titanium off-site. From time to time, I will have to get here to get the job done, you know, transport stuff from A to B. But apart from that, it's an absolutely self-sufficient machinery now, and I dig that. I think I want to go for one more here. And at the end of the day, we'll have really a lot of titanium plates here. A lot of, but that doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure we will get that stuff used. And beyond that, there's more titanium ore on this planet than we can actually think of. So it's okay to use 580k of 12 millions just only for titanium plates. So let's pick up a couple of those while we're here. But I'm going to be rolling back to my home planet now. So up and away. I really like that. So if you don't have any designators first set up, you don't really find anything, as you see here. So we're going to press V again. And let's aim for Cabela's at 3. Boom. So I know where I want to go towards to. Hold down space until you soar. Hold down shift until you got your speed. And yeah. So my good friends, that's the end of this episode here. So we went pretty far. I'm only a couple of steps away from the red cubes. I'm pretty sure we're able to set up the yellow cubes, of course. The yellow cube production. I'm pretty sure we can set that up in the beginning of the next episode. But that also means we're going to be needing to set up more production than before, in terms of organic crystals, plastic, and all the jazz. But I wanted to set up a basic foundation here. You know, it's always worth, in my opinion, to do this. Set down some basics to get the ball rolling and upgrade from there. And since my titanium income will be nowhere near close to satisfy these things, I found it quite okay. Alrighty, so drop me your comments down below, leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and of course consider subscribing. There's daily content coming from my side, and check out also the Twitch channel link in the description box if you like live chats, live streams. I'm daily there. Or almost daily. Alrighty, so next episode we're going to be whipping up the yellow science cubes, and we're also going to smelter some diamonds. So stay tuned, my friends. Have a good one, and see you next time. Bye-bye.